Meow Lily. Hi, I'm Lily McWilliams, and today I'm going to talk to you about why Americans should take Spanish courses in their academic careers. How many of you would like to travel the world? How many of you would like to travel the world? How about meet new people? Both of these things can be more enjoyable as a bilingual American. In the late 1980s, research was done over the amount of schools that taught Spanish. In 1987, more than 20% of schools introduced their students to a foreign language in the elementary. It has grown only 3% since then. Learning a new language is more important now than ever. Private schools tend to have more Spanish courses or other language classes than public schools. I really hope to have a change with that in the next few years. 1996 was the highest peak for Spanish in education, which I believe now it would be even more important because of how our country is developing. I've taken 2 Spanish courses over my high school career. The effect of knowing another language that I realized I wanted to keep pursuing Spanish classes because it has such a big effect on other people and my life. Courses being provided in elementary when I was beginning to learn other things would have really helped me because by now I would have been speaking it fluently. In my career path later on, I will have to know some Spanish, so I really wish I would have learned more as I was younger so that by that time I wouldn't have to take another class. I've done endless research on this topic, and I've built very strong information, and I've gathered that all from reliable sources. Today I will explain why Americans should take Spanish courses in their academic careers, and 3 main points. First, the importance of being a bilingual American. Second, why we should push Spanish classes into our government school systems. And third, pros of taking a foreign language in high school or college. First, the importance of being a bilingual American. Graduating as a bilingual student will help with finding a job, making new friends, and paying the bills. Finding jobs will make it much easier to get a job because your communication skills are much higher than the next person. Knowing a foreign language makes you a great communicator. Job opportunities come up all the time, but what makes you stand out? According to UIE College, bilingual Americans make between 5 and 20% more than the other Americans. Special jobs are available for people who are bilingual. A tour guide in a different country, a translator, and lastly, a language teacher. These jobs have a huge demand and need right now, and it's easy and fun, and you would make a good amount of money, and most of the time they are part-time. Now that you know more about the usefulness of speaking multiple languages, I will talk to you about why we should push Spanish classes into our government school systems. So, the domino effect. I believe that learning one language opens many doors for you to begin to learn more and more and more other languages. Spanish is one of the easiest languages to learn and start out with. Nature Reviews Neuroscience states that bilingual people not only come up with more creative problem solutions, but also respond faster to questions. It has been said by WIP Jobs that people who studied another language have a higher density of gray matter in their brains. Everyone has gray matter, but it being denser is good for a person. Information is stored in your gray matter, and if you have less, you can forget things easier. Self-teaching is possible. You can teach yourself when learning a language, but it would be easier and way more convenient to start learning as you learn how to tie a shoe, or do math, and even make a friend. Other countries' curriculum has English as a separate class. It is time for Americans to understand the importance of this type of communication for our futures. Now that you see the effect Spanish classes has on our school systems, I will be telling you the pros of taking a foreign language class in college. So most of you are either in college or will be in college in the near future, and remember, it is never too late. Knowledge is power. Knowing more can open more doors for you in your future. You can build friendships. So when you take classes in college, you form study groups and people that share the same interests as you. If you join a Spanish class or another foreign language, you can meet new people and hopefully find people that have the same interests in you, as you. Studying abroad. A lot of colleges have a program where you can study abroad all over the country and learn about their cultures and how they do and run other things. Developing another language, especially Spanish, will help you find jobs. If you plan to stay in America, our country is growing and we have many different cultures here, Spanish being one of the highest. Searching for jobs during or after college would be easier for a bilingual student. Another thing, Spanish is one of the easiest languages to learn, especially if you start it with English. Those two kind of go hand in hand. Real Fast Spanish states that more than 450 million people speak Spanish. In my opinion, it's the easiest to learn. Spanish is spoken by more than 16% of people in America. That may seem like a small number, but in reality, that is more than 52 million people. And that's not including anybody outside of the United States. Today, hopefully I have persuaded you to take a Spanish course by showing you the importance of being a bilingual American, that pushing Spanish classes into our school systems is important, and the pros of taking a Spanish class for the next few years will have a positive result. Be someone who has an extra asset to offer the world. It is rewarding to know that you have the ability to do something a lot of people cannot do. We can only do so much to change what our government schools have been teaching and what they put in their curriculum. I hope you choose to take a foreign language in your class. It can be fun and rewarding. It can be fun, and remember, you get what you put in. Thank you. Here are my resources.